7 million Americans suffering from pardon me, Alzheimer's or other dementia. Odds are someone you know is affected by the disease here in the natural state.
Lots of Alzheimer's care happens in the comfort of a home, and Wake Up Central's Michaela Johnson joins us now with more on the push to support those caregivers that is happening today. Michaela, good morning.
Good morning, Hayden and Karen. Typically, September 21st is the worldwide day to bring awareness to Alzheimer's and dementia. But the Arkansas chapter of the Alzheimer's Association is bringing awareness to the state today. At the Capitol, they're urging legislators to make respite care a priority to provide short-term relief for primary caregivers, and what they need is money.
The current funding levels are not feasible for us to expand the reach.
In 2022, Arkansas's Alzheimer's Dementia Respite Grant Program was born. Right now, DHS funds the program at $200,000. Advocates like David Cook are pushing for more.
Because of the $200,000, we're not able to reach the counties that are underserved by these services.
The Alzheimer's Association hopes to push legislators up to $300,000, specifically for respite grants for dementia caregivers, as the funding has proved life-changing.
Providing care for her husband for over 10 years, shared with us in tears that for the very first time, she was able to actually attend a girls' trip with her friends because she was able to access this respite funding.
For caregivers, there's a clear emotional, physical, and financial toll. Cook says more funding makes sense.
She had someone come in and provide that care. And without this respite grant, she still would have been on an island trying to navigate this by herself.
The association's respite grant program is specific for those caring for someone with a dementia diagnosis. Currently, they serve 400 families, but data shows that number doesn't even scrape the bottom of the barrel.
Here in Arkansas alone, we had over 155,000 caregivers who provided an estimated 270 million hours of unpaid care.
You heard that right. Hundreds of millions of unpaid care. Care typically coming from someone directly impacted by the diagnosis with their own needs too.
1 in 3 of our caregivers are providing care for a family member who may have dementia, maybe an aging parent, but they also are providing care for children living at home.
Their care is valued at $4.5 billion in cost savings to the state. So Tuesday at the Capitol, they're making their voices heard.
We hope to advance legislation that would move this program out of its pilot stage and make it a more permanent program in the state.
All to give caregivers options for the care they provide their loved ones. So it's just wild to just hear that, they can only provide care for 400 families, but you heard him say 155,000 are expected to be in the natural state. 200 and upwards of 200 million hours of unpaid care, which translates to over $4 billion that the state doesn't have to pay in that care.
Sure.
And so they're setting their eyes on the 2025 legislative session, but they're going today because they want to go ahead and get that on the minds of lawmakers.
And we're a little late to this too. Surrounding states, their budget quite different than ours.
Absolutely. So again, ours is at 200,000, but let's say Tennessee, for matter, theirs is at $1.5 million.
Oh my gosh.
Kansas just passed one that's similar to Arkansas, and that one is at $350,000. And so, like David Cook said, they're trying to get to 300,000. And of course, it is a new program started in 2022, so they understand that. But of course, they're going to try all that they can to push it forward.
I'm so glad you're bringing attention to it too. Folks need to know.
They do. And if you want to join it today at 11 a.m., that's whenever it starts at the Capitol for registration. And they're going to be there throughout the day and talking to lawmakers and hoping to get this, on their radar.
And get that respite for these caregivers who have the burnout, because dementias can last so long.
Exactly.
Many years and years.